Evening, guys. I hope you're well. Hope everyone's good tonight. We're live again. If you're watching this on playback, welcome. What normally happens is for about 45 minutes to an hour, we talk all things carpy. We answer some of your questions and queries, everything to do with carp fishing. Don't forget, guys, if you haven't subscribed, you like this type of live feeds and all the videos that we stick out, then please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon and you'll never miss another video. So I hope everyone's well. Evening, Peter Rundles. 45 people in already. Ian Chatlook, evening. Park Lake, yep. I'm on the Park Lake tonight, Sean. Evening, Wookie. Jamie Bryson, Darren Green. Waiting for everyone to come in now. Yeah, Bankside tonight. Live from the Park Lake. Me and the Carp Dog. He's in there. And I'm doing it on my iPad tonight for a change rather than my phone. So I've got a bit more space there to see the messages. Evening, Matthew Green. Richard Edney, evening. Colin Osborne. FCT Prezes, good luck from Poland. Good to see you. Good to have you here. It's just like it's good to have everybody here. It's a bit cold, Jason, that's for certain. I've got the Coleman going. Evening, Paul Southgate, Ian Green. I'm good, mate. Oh, you got Jerry Smith is watching from a lake as well, and he's got a nice Domino's. Oh, mate. Although I've just had a nice bit of steak and boiled vegetables. Lovely. Can't be Steve, you haven't been fishing for 5 weeks. Bloody hell. That's just crazy stuff, isn't it? Barry O'Brien, he's on the bank as well. Nick Minter, evening to you, sir. Sean Castle says, had anything yet? No, nothing. Blankety blank, checkbook and pen. Evening, Samantha New. Alex Ainley, evening. Can't be Madness, evening. Gamekeeper John, evening. 163 people in already. Brilliant. Brad Asseteer says, how's it looking, Leon? It's looking cold, but I'm on the back of the wind. And this is where I caught that that nice ghosty common a couple of weeks ago. So, Rooster Nelthorpe says, good evening, Leon. Are you in your garden home at the lake? Back on the Park Lake, and we're going to Sandhurst, I think, next week. So for a couple of nights. Happy go lucky troll, hi. Evening, Darren Wilkinson. John Leland, evening. Matty Ruston. Jason Allen, evening. Fish in the Northwest. Can you do a shout out to me mum, Kelly, who is 40 today. Happy 40th birthday, Kelly. Evening, Groove and Cat. Stephen Borum. Jason, where's the Carp Dog? He is tucked away. Look, that's all you can see is a leg. Oh, there he is. There he is, the Carp Dog, raring to go. Bless him. Evening, Mutlow, evening. Jerome from Holland, evening to you as well. Evening, Godalming Carper. God, we've got loads of you in tonight, haven't we? Michael Russell is, hi Leon, what's the best wafter slow sinking rig on a clear bottom? I would say a wafter rig, I'd use it exactly the same as I do my bottom bait rig. If you go and look on my YouTube channel, it says best bottom bait rig or something like that. I'll just use that exactly the same with a wafter, and that's what I would use. Jack Evans caught his first carp of the year today. Not massive, but a fish on the bank. They all count, mate. If you're getting a bite, you're doing well. Carp Hunter smashed his PB last night. He's over the moon with 27 pound common. Not the biggest. 27 pound common's a big, mate. You try and blank it, then went last night, was amazing. No problem. Glad you had one, mate. Evening, Jim. Way the Carp Dog, yeah. Cheryl Humphrey says, what's the temp out there this evening? Well, it was 6.5 degrees, the water temperature earlier on. It's dropped down to 6, and the air temperature's gone down to about 3 or 4, I think. Gareth Price says, the best hooks straight out of the packet. That's a difficult one. Different hooks I've found in different sizes and different patterns are sharper than the corresponding ones for different companies. I'd say that a size 5 Fox stiff rigger is very sharp, unless of course you're talking the ones that have been sharpened up or you sharpen yourself. I would say the ESP curve shanks are pretty sharp in a size 4. Carl G, evening. Foster's Carp TV, good to see you. David Etok, good to see you as well, mate. Glad you can make it. David Bell, good to see you as well. Yet the Avid hooks, they're pretty sharp as well, because they are based, I think they're exactly the same ones as the Ace hooks were. The ones that Shimano had brought out, the Ace hooks. I think they're exactly the same pattern from the same factory, and they are sharp. Downwalk says, Leon, what are your thoughts on salting bait? I personally like to cure my baits in curing salting spring. Salt, I like to use things like Bellican and green lip mussel and things like that as a paste. I don't particularly add salt to my baits or my mix or anything like that. If you do add salt, don't add the normal table salt, because that is just like, that's bleached. That's got so many chemicals in it, it's just really bad. Muggers are another good, nice sharp hook from Gardner. They're the original curve shank, the Muggers. Dominic Carter, good to see you, mate. Billy Marty, good to see you. Nash Twisters, they're pretty sharp as well. I mean, all hooks out of the packet will catch a fish. They do week in, week out, and always have done, always will do. I mean, I use either pre-sharpened or sharpen them up myself and then resharpen them, because I feel they give you that extra bite sometimes. I tell you what hook I do like, B175. Saturday's Q&A, Lee Greenhill. Calder captives, deceptive carp. I haven't tested those. I had a look at those, Darren. But if you're saying they're sharp, they must be, mate. Nick Minter says, am I fishing singles? No, actually, I'm fishing over a spread of about 20 10-millers. Ricky G and his 8-year-old daughter are watching from the comfort of home. Good for you, mate. Fox Series 5, yeah, they're not bad hooks. Paul Thorogood says, am I going to Brentwood? Yes, I will be at the Brentwood show at the end of the month. Only 2 or 3 weeks now. I will be on the Summit tackle stand. Dominic Carter says, Muggers are called a chod barbless, even for bottom baits. Ian Smith, Leon, have you ever considered buying or excavating your own lake? I'd love to. Just wish I had the money to do it. I think it must be every carp angler's dream, isn't it? To excavate, make their own lake, and put fish in there. It's just a money thing, isn't it? Richard Edney says, changing all his lines over, just wondering if you had any opinions on some good line. I tell what I'm using, GTHD in 15 pound. The ESP Synchro, that's another good line in 15 pound. Also Dow Sensor, I don't think you go wrong for the money, and the Fox Warrior line, I think it is, and also the Gardner Pro Light line. They're all the ones that I've used for years. Evening Hoxton, Paul Thorough, good evening. Godemy Carpenter says B175 hooks, good but very bright, not sure. I think they're all right on gravel. Oh, let's go up with some of the... Carpenter says, hi Leo, do you know the stove you recommended? I ordered one, it came and worked very well, and now doesn't seem the best, like the valves are clogged up or something. Is this the Coleman? Is this the Coleman Carp Hunter? Wayne RS4 says, you get the money and I'll drive the JCB for you when you make your lake. I'm a builder and landscape by trade, but I would want life free. No problem at all, Wayne. If I ever get the money, I bet you'll be the first person I call. Raymond Sweeney, good to see you. Ben Osborne says he uses the B175 for bottom baits, and he uses the Jag pens on them. Yeah, I really rate the B175s, and for the price, can't beat them, I don't think. Michael Goodyear said, is it fashionable to use 10 millers in the winter, or is there another reason? Well, I've been using like 20 mil baits and 16 mil pop-ups and not really getting a lot of action anywhere. I've been going, apart from that one last week, of course, but that was on a 10 miller. So if it's getting really difficult, I like to change things around so I know what's worked before in winter's gone past. Evening Light Satchel. Paul Watson said, Eileen, would you leave a zig out all night in winter? Most definitely, Paul, 100%. I think they come into their own in the darkness. Southwest Carp Hunters on the bank at Stafford Moor tonight. Cold one here too. Woke up to frost this morning. Yeah, there's a light frost here as well. Not had any luck yet, David. Dominic Carter says Mrs. B could run a curry cafe at your lake. Yep, she'd be in there cooking. I'll tell you that now if I had a lake. Alex Ainley says, guys, would you recommend a dial scales or digital? I've used both. I use digital ones at the moment, the Fox ones, but just the weight really and the size. Yeah, the Coleman Carp Hunter. I'll tell you what it is you need to do. There's two things you need to do with the Coleman. Something I've always done, because I did the same as you. Many years, 10, 15 years ago, I bought a Coleman, pumped it up, put it on, lovely. Made me a lovely cup of tea, turned it off, come back another couple of hours later, turn it on again, wouldn't work, it was all clogged up. I'll tell you why that is. There's two things you've got to do. One, you've got to use unleaded premium or supreme, the most expensive one. Only use that because that's got a chemical in there which flushes it through. If you use normal unleaded, then it just kills it. Number two is, even when you turn it off, you've got to have it pumped up to the max. You've got to keep that pressure in there, in the regulator in the middle, and it keeps all the soot and carbon build up away. Or put petrol, or put Red-X in your petrol, but I wouldn't bother with that. You can do that, but I would just use the Supreme Unleaded. I've never had a problem for 10 years with this particular stove. So that's your problem. Just get another generator, fix it on, and do what I told you to do, and you won't have a problem. Dean Willis says, are you doing a vlog of this session? Yes, I will be doing a vlog. That'll be out next week or the week after, I think. Graham Rowan says, small baits are more natural. This time of the year, I suppose, when they're just picking around. But I'll tell you one thing, a good few, probably 20 years ago now, on a lake down in Dartford, Dedaps Lake, the big lake down there. Unfortunately, it's where that young boy died last year. I was using little baits on there, and there's a guy there using 24mm pop-ups, and he was catching all winter. Caught far more than I did. Oh, Matty Russell says, generator, Coleman put the generator in the oven, it gets cleaner. Another way you could do it, Matty, which someone told me about, was to get the engine, is it not brake fluid, fuel, it's the carburetor cleaner, and soak it in there, and it cleans it out. Mo Hamburger says, why does the lake I fish switch off at night? Could be to do with oxygen levels. Oxygen levels really go down at night. They dip. As soon as the sun goes down, what's happening is, during the day, if it's a weedy lake, I presume it's a weedy lake, there's oxygen being generated all day by the weed. That's why you see the fish in the weed during the day. As soon as it gets dark, the oxygen levels start to drop. Greetings, 10T Poo. Greetings from Poland. Another guy from Poland in here. Good to see you in here. Carp Steve says, what rig am I using? I'm using the little combi rig. I've actually talked about it in this blog that I'm doing. Also, I'll be out in the next week or two, a review on the Coleman. So that's a bit strange, isn't it? Someone's asking about it. Polly Pocket Connector said, I'd rather if you didn't input in another person's personal life and make them feel small. I thought you would. I don't know what that means. I think she's on the wrong channel, isn't she? Predator Boy says, hi Leon, wonder if you could give me some advice. I'm using short rigs on a leg clip on my Syndicate and it's very silty. That'd be the best presentation, and use pack this thing slowly. I would go for long hook links. If it's silty, very silty, I'd go for longer hook links. Paul Edwards says, Leon's going to be my first ever time out on the bank soon at Reading, and reading and watching, don't any last advice, just enjoy it, Paul. If it's the first time you're out, go and enjoy it, mate. Take it all in, take in the nature, take it all in. If you catch it, it's a bonus. Adam Hollins, you talking about this one, this little heater? Yeah, I've done a proper review on it for the next blog, and I agree. I can't see the point of it, and I think it's very dangerous. Carp Fishing Dreams evening. Scotty Dog, any candle heaters about? I think I'll stick to me. Coleman, thank you very much for heating up the bivvy. Lasts about 4 hours on the low setting, on one tank. Yep, it does clean the generator, that wire on it, Graham, but it still gets clogged up if you don't have all that pressure in there and you don't use the right fuel. Tony Leeson, very good question. Do you not find long-term use of your Coleman's in your bivvy, cooking or in it or not, causes the sticky waterproof tape in your bivvy to peel? It doesn't, because I open the door fully. When I'm cooking, I open the door fully. Dominic Carter said, where's Brian Mills? I bet he is upset Polly. Don't know where he is tonight. He was in the other night, I think. Park Lake Carp Fishing Dreams, yep. James Green, yeah, Carp Dog's fine as well. Polly Pocket, what that's about? I don't know. I have no idea, Billy. Carp Rigs and Silk Pigs, Northumberland Carp says, do you think cormorants in your swim affect your chances? Has just had them all day in my swim. It may do, but I don't think the bigger fish, are that worried about them. If anything, it might improve your chances because it's making the fish move about. Use up energy, then they've got to feed. Ian Smith says, Leon, what's your views on lakes that you only fish from cabins? Would you fish them? Yeah, I mean, I don't think that really matters, really. John David says, black chickens or tufties? Oh, tufties have got to be the worst in the world. They're even worse than black chickens. AD May says, have you tried the Ridge Monkey stove? No, I haven't. I've seen one, but I haven't tried it. Matty Rushton says he's never used anything but standard unleaded fuel with no problems. You've been a lucky one, Matty. Have you kept it pumped up, though? Ian Stevens says, don't you get carbon deposits left in the bivvy after having on? I've never really thought about that, actually. But because I have lots of ventilation, it doesn't get overly hot in here. It just takes the edge off. Richard Eddy says, some of the best venues you've been to in France, Leon, I'd say one I'm going back to in May is Etang Monnier, and also Abbey Lakes, that's pretty good. Lots of different lakes there. I'm on the Park Lake tonight, Lee Powell. John Davis says, Ronnie Rig thoughts. Ronnie Rig is a superb rig, but it's just not for me. I'd rather use that little combi rig and I'd get the same sort of effect. MJ Mercer says, hi Leon, have you sent the Christmas giveaway prizes yet? I'll have to have a look because I don't actually send them out. The printers send them out directly, so I'll have to have a look. Normally it takes 7 to 10 days. I know they're still behind. Ian Smith says, square rig please Leon. I know, I will do it one day. Tank 5 is near Abbey Lakes, but that's, you've got to use a boat and it's long distance fishing and it's not for the faint hearted, that one. That's the key, Graham Rowland. Always leave it pumped up. That is the key. Hello from Catalonia, Israel says. Hello back. Blimey, people in from everywhere. 259 people watching tonight. I mean, Matty, the Coleman to me is the king of all stoves. You're never going to beat it for petrol stove anyway. Well, you might do one day, but... Very swift evening. Water temperature is 6.5 earlier on. It's dropped down to about 6 now. Yeah, definitely Paul Watson. That's something else I do. When I'm turning it off, I let the flame disperse and then I pump it up. Also, when I'm lighting it, I let all that yellow flame calm down so it burns off a lot of the fuel. Then I turn it down to low. Why not do a how to win the Coleman? I'd love to, but 70 quid a pop, I don't think I'll be doing one of those, Aaron. Chrissy Wiggins says, did you realise your middle roller wheel on your middle nev is the other way round than the others? Is that an edge? No, I've never even thought about that. Never even realised it. Now you'll get me looking with a torch out about 3 in the morning. It'll be playing on my mind now, Chrissy Wiggins. Adam Hollis had a lovely 36 mirror last night from Hunt's Corner. I bet you're buzzing, Adam. Well done, mate. That's such an achievement in this weather. Any fishing achievement, but especially in the winter. Chris Bezza said, if you used to pick one line, what would it be? Probably Dower Sensor. Can't be Steve says, do you think the carp have got used to the water temperature? I think so. It's just, yeah, I think so. Thank you very much for the kind comments, AD. Ricky G says, Leon, can you recommend some good carp rods in the 60 to 70 pound range, as I'm using some old Shimano tribal rods? 60, 70 pound, I think, is it, what's that company? Oh, that do the rods. You can buy 3 and you get for the price of 2. They do some good rods. ESP, they do some good rods as well in that sort of price range, I think. And don't Shimano do a set as well? I think they do a set. Sonic, that's it. Witchwood 101, I've been recommended them by a few people now. So that's another a good one. Yeah, AD, the price of the Dower Sensor, it's about a tenner if that. Southwest Carp Hunters says, do you think bait boats have a bad rep in UK waters? Surely they are a tool. What do you think? They're a tool to be used just like anything else, just like the deeper, just like your rod, just like your buzzers. They're a tool to be used, and no one should say you can't use that or that's cheating, because it's down to that individual person. Lee Price says, evening mate, I've got onto a couple of waters that hold carp. They have not been able to fish for a long while. How would you go about them? I would go in the particle approach, I think. If they haven't been fished for a very long time, they might not recognise boilies. I'd go with something visual like corn, plastic corn, hemp. Depends on what the roach and bream situation's like. Tiger nuts maybe if you can, and introduce your boilies as you fish it more. Ron Clark says, evening Leon, my first session of the year ended in a blank. Better luck next time. Still waiting for the live take. Come on fish. Yep, I'd love to get a bite now. Well, I wouldn't, because I'd have to stop talking to you, wouldn't I? Gareth Price paid £8.50 for his Dower Sensor, and I think you get something like 1,500 metres as well. Bargain. There you go. Jason says, which would do full call posh boy ones for £60 each. I keep on getting told these Witchwood are the nice rods. Shimano Velocity, that's the one I meant to say. Paul Watson said, do you rate Shimano pit reels? I would say yes. I mean, Shimano, they do some very good reels. I've never actually owned a set. I've always had Dower or Fox. I can never afford the Shimano ones to buy them anyway. Wookie M says, what rods do you use, Leon? A test curve? I use the old line carp ones. Couldn't tell you what test curve they are. Yeah, MJ Moore says the Witchwood ones with the 50mm butt ring, 10 out of 10. Jason says his bait boat is class, it saves him from casting in the trees. Bait boats are not for everyone. You know, some people don't like them, some people love them, some people can't fish without them, some people would never use them. It's down to the individual. You know, I'd never say to anyone, you shouldn't use that, or you can't fish there, or, you know, that's what fishing's all about. It's down to the individual. If you don't like it, it's not a problem. That's I respect your views on it, whoever you are. Mark Beaver says, Leon, spare batteries for your Canon cameras. Do you buy originals or do you use an alternative? If so, are they any good? I use the alternatives because they're a lot cheaper, Mark, and probably come from the same factory. They do me. I've never had a problem with them. Gary Paget says, hi Leon, what braid do you recommend for spotting? Try the, it's not spider, is it spider wire? Or it's the other one, I can't remember. Go on, you guys will be able to say. It's been around ages. I use that in £20, I think, or £30. I haven't taken it off for about 10 years. That shows you how much spotting I do. David Bell says, will you be at the Carpenter Park this year? Unfortunately not, David. Phil Humphrey says, how do you keep warm so you can stay fishing in the cold weather? Well, I use that 3-layer system. If you look on my channel, my YouTube channel, I do a 3-layer system. I've even got a little video there about one of the tips for keeping warm in the winter. It's just I use like merino wool, socks, leggings, top, hoodie, and all I've got on is the military trousers on tonight, on top of my merino wool leggings. Never heard of bait bows exploding, Peter Costin, unless someone's shot at it. Simon Wall says, how come you don't fish Bramble Bay? Everyone used to head in there. I used to love Bramble Bay, Simon. The reason I haven't been in there very much this year is because there's no weed in the lake. They've only been getting in there and coming out. I've found that they've been more up this end than anywhere, so hence I like fishing up the other end, and a lot of people don't like fishing up this end. Hot water bottle, Sean Johnson says, I'll make you right. Totally agree, Darren. Went out last Wednesday, Thursday, windy like hell. What you do when you cast out, then line gets tired? What's the best thing to do? I normally stick on a heavier lead. When it's really windy, I stick on a heavier lead. Yep, Sean Castle, Maxima Chameleon, great mono hook link, brilliant mono hook link. Yeah, Lee Powell, I think these ones I've got on are from Mountain Warehouse. They're doing great deals on the merino base layers. Thanks, Gareth French. Tony Mutton says, in March, you're going to have a stall at the Big One Fishing Show. I bloody hope so, Troy. Tell you, I doubt it, but I hope so. Evening, Matthew Randall. Good to see you, mate. I'm on the Park Lake tonight, and I had steak and boiled vegetables for dinner because I'm on a diet. Darren Sarty says, hi, Leo. Tried the adjustable zig and tangled on every cast. Any ideas on where I went wrong? It's a difficult one because I get tangled up on it as well, Darren. Quite, not a lot, but a little bit. I use the Fox ones that's got a boom on the bottom. Try putting a little bit of foam around the boom and put your hook into it. Wrap the foam round, just wet it slightly and put your hook into it, and you'll be able to cast out and it'll pop up. Evening, Andy Smith. Paul Watson says, have I seen the new Sonic alarms? No, but I'm sure I will do at the end of the month because they're opposite the Summit Tackle stand. Whiplash braid. Dominic Carter, thanks, mate. I use £30 whiplash braid for my spodding and for my marker rod when I very occasionally use them. Carp Fishing Dream says, you seen the new Nash pinpoint hooks, Leon? I have. If there anything to do with the guy who runs pinpoint hooks, they'd be good. Jake Douglas, I'm on the Park Lake. Lead core or fluoro leader? Definitely a fluoro leader. I wouldn't disagree with you, Wayne. I wouldn't disagree with you. Cheers, Morgan. Matthew Dinley says, what's your thoughts on the research iFisherman is doing on fish movements? I don't think I've seen it. Mike Blake, steak and boiled vegetables tonight. Trevor Reese says, hi Leon, do you use the same lens for both video and capture pics? It all depends. I use a wide angle, a Canon wide angle 10 to 18mm for when I'm doing my blogs. Sometimes I use that for the pictures, but I also use a 18 to 35mm and a 50mm as well. Just depends on what the light's doing and everything else. Peter Golding, evening. Can you post the shows and dates on the website for us? Yes, I will do, Peter, when I get back tomorrow, if I remember. Simon Cooper says the Sonic alarms are brilliant. Got to set myself and are awesome. I'll have to have a look at them at the end of the month when I go to the show. Peter Perry says, hi Leon, do you wear tights in winter? If so, which is your favourite colour? I don't wear tights, only on a Sunday afternoon when Mrs. B is out, I wear tights, and I prefer the opaque ones. Wayne, the old peaky carper, got his new rod today. What reels do you recommend? About 130 quid a reel. Depends on what rods you got. Are they casting rods over, you know, 3.5 pound test curve, or are they little 2 3/4? Stephen Prince says, hi pal, best heat is a Buta thermo heater out of caravans in 6, like rocket all shit to get, no flame, carbon monoxide because of catalytic converter. Oh, bet they're expensive, Stephen. I wouldn't mind having one of them. I agree, Colin, back time we did have a live tape. Barry Swift says, how come you never had yellow pop-ups on, Leon? It was something I was going to do, wasn't it? I remember in some earlier blogs I was used some yellows. That's reminded me, I have to try some of the yellows. I've always found that white, fluoro white and washed out pink seem to be the best ones. But the old yellow could be making a comeback. There's no one else using it. Seafood diet, I wished. Adam Hollins uses the £80 wish slash with his deeper. Yeah, you don't want to lose that, do you? Alan Mutlow says, do you feature find every session now, or do you just remember spots and fish them? I tell you how I do my fishing. I find the fish normally if you see them, and I just cast and I feel the lead down, and if it feels right when it hits the bottom, I leave it. Simple as that. I don't use marker rods or anything like that. Alex Booth, good to see you, mate. 3.5 pound rods, Wayne said. You could go for something like the big pit reels, like Shimano ones, or the Dow ones, or I think the Fox Fox big pit reels might be quite good as well. Andrew Cottage says, for a man on a budget, which battle that may be bait boat would you recommend? I would probably recommend, Andrew, go and have a look at Total Fishing. They've got their own range of bait boats out now, and I think they start around about 500 quid, and I think they're all right. Evening, Mike Swift. Martin Gorbachus says, hello Leon, can you give us a couple of winter tips and keep up with the good videos? First winter tip I'd give is make sure you fish in the water where it's got winter forms. You don't want to be sitting there all winter and you can't get a bite. You just do your reading. 2, keep warm. Be prepared. So if you get cold, you want to go home, you won't be enjoying it. Yeah, Dominic Carter says he used the Fox ES 10,000 reels, 50 quid from Angling Direct. There you go. Sure Humphrey says, can you explain how to find a fish? Sorry, I'm new to fishing, as you can guess. It's very difficult to find a fish unless they're showing themselves. Just keep your eyes peeled, invest in a pair of binoculars, get some Polaroids so you look in the bushes and see what area they're fishing. They may not even be showing. Climb up a few trees, look down, see where the fish could be. Or if they're showing themselves, get over the lake as early as you can in the morning for first light. Not this time of year so much. Yeah, David Bell says, any good pits in Derby to fish? Anyone know? Unfortunately, I don't come from that area, so I couldn't tell you. Adam Riley, evening. Little shout out to his son, Mackenzie Riley, who's watching tonight. Condero is really good for you, yeah. Martin says, what's your opinion on using zigs in the winter? If this lake was deep enough, I'd be using zigs all the time. I'd have it on at least 2 of the 3 rods. Luke Wick says he went fishing today and had a £3 roach. Bloody hell, that's a monster. Paul Watson says, will you buy an overwrap for the Tempest? No, I think I'm going to just leave it with the skull cap, Paul. Seems to be all right. Nothing yet. Sean Saunders, good to see you in here. Aid Mace says the best thing Summit make. I mean, it's all good kit. I wouldn't say that unless I thought it was. Their pods are first class engineered. You know, they're adjustable buzz bars. Brilliant. Adam also, have you ever done any canal fishing? Many years ago when I used to do the old pleasure of match fishing. Sergeant Spudgun says, evening, Neil, thoughts on using braid as a main line? If you're fishing distances, or you're fishing over lots of bars and you need to, or if you're fishing snags, I would say, fish braid, you can fish it on a tight line, but be prepared for one hell of a fight and one hell of a take. Keith Ogie says, do you use a sloppy spot mix over your zigs? I don't, unless, if you're on a runs water, then I would spot sloppy spot mix over the top. The waters I fish, I just want to get the zigs out there and leave them. I haven't got spam on my rod, Luke. A little hello to Matilda back as well. Bubba Lisa, hey Leon, it's my first time on your channel and it's really good. I'm glad you're here and I'm glad you're enjoying it. Paul Watts says, can you overdo the liver powder on the boilies? You can't really overdo it. A bit like him, Paul, you can't overdo it. It's a natural thing. Well, as natural as you can get. Jake Sharp says, fishing a deep water 30 foot is worth zigging at night. What sort of depth and colours? I would definitely, if it's 30 foot, that's all I'd be on the window. Oh, bloody hell. The old iPad went a bit missing then. And as for colours of zig foam, I always go for black. Always. Ian Fish says, hi, what hook side would you use for 12mm pop-up? I've got a 10mm pop-up on and I've got a size 5 on, but they are super buoyant pop-ups. Those System X ones, those washed out white and pink, they're super buoyant. Matty Rushton says, Leon, what would you do if you couldn't get a drop for weed? I'd just keep trying until I did get a drop, or I'd fish bags or something like that. Mike Swift says, do you use a shock leader on your spom setup? Most definitely. Use a shock leader on my spom, on my marker rod. Marty says, what's your go-to rig? I haven't really got a go-to rig. I sort of adjust it to the lake or the swim or the bottom I'm fishing over. Morgan says, he's got the Summit set up, Leon. Looks mint, makes Rolls Royce of steel. 9-inch deep bank sticks, very heavy. They are very heavy, but you know, you can get through bloody concrete with those deep bit ends. Hook sharpening, happy go lucky trials. The hook sharpening is a must for him. The jag sharpening set is quality, but a bit expensive. Yeah, I mean, they started it all off, well, commercially, doing the hook sharpening. A little shout out for Daniel Clapham's mate, Titch, who loves this channel. Carpdog UK said 275 people watching. Is that a record now? No, we've had 365 in here before. How crazy is that? Ben Wallace, good to see you, mate. Evening. Very slow at the moment, but you never know. It only takes one bite. You got to keep on keeping on. Keith Oakley said, would you use a black boiling zig? Yeah, of course. Aid May says, extra tips for preparing groats. Aid, try putting in some condensed milk. Adam Hollis says, how bright do you have them rhino lights on your camera? I ain't got a clue. The way to do it is to put the switch the if you're using the camera that's got a flip round screen, flip this flip round screen, put the light on, hold the fish, or do it with your hands up like that, and if it looks really blown out and white, turn it down a little bit. Do we have any big fishing tackle shops in Hertfordshire? I'm not sure, Luke. Maybe someone here can tell you. Little shout out to Carlo, Mike Swift's mate. Simon Wall says, you're giving out discounts at Brentwood, Leon. I really don't know. I presume they may do a special show discount, but I'm not really too sure what the guys' thoughts are yet. Mike Swift said, what is the yellow colour for on the rhino? That's if it's too bright. You can stick that on and you get more of a sort of yellowy feel to it. Johnson Ross, there you go in Hearts. They're a really big shop, really good shop as well. Cheers, Darren. Matty Rushton says, do you sharpen different patterns of hooks in a different way or all the same? No, exactly the same, Matty. Little shout out to Carp Fishing Dreams little family, Logan and Macy. Richard Edney says, yes, I must say the job you do is fantastic. I've been on a few channels. It's all about marketing and selling their products and what great help you are to people, Leon. Well, thank you very much, Richard. I do try and help as much as I can. And anything I do tell you is worth having, then it's because I use it myself, because I wouldn't tell you, you've got to buy this if I didn't think it was good. Shout out to Can Steel as well. David Bell says, how do I find out when all the fishing shows are happening? You should get lots of notifications through their different, there might be, just do a, if I was you, I'd go into Google and just do Carp Fishing Shows 2018 and there should, loads of them should pop up. No problem, Adam Hollis, that's what we're here for. You know, if I can't answer your questions, the guys in the community will. And they do on a regular basis, and I thank them all for that. Carp Rig says, do you make your own vape juice? If not, try Red Astea, nice menthol vape. That's all I vape is the menthol. Adam Armstrong says, Leon, how much are the Summit pods, mate? All depends. They go from 240 quid up to 350, I think, from memory. Aaron Paul says, do you have a do not disturb sign behind your bivvy as you never get anyone saying have you caught anything? I don't tend to fish many waters, well, Sandhurst, there's a lot of people, but it, you know, normally it's when it's dark and people don't tend to come in and speak to you. AJ Lyon says, Leon, have you ever fished Poacher's Pool? Bloody expensive, and in two minds went to book it for 5 nights. I haven't, I've never heard of it. Maybe someone on here will be able to give you some advice on it. Mandy Hunt said, what's the best 2-man bivvy? Thank you. For the price, you've got to go with the Fox Royale, I think. That's a good for the money. Andy Smith says, Leon, what do you soak your plastic corn in? Normally tallow and a little bit of the flavour of the boilie I'm using. Luke Wick says, are you going to the fishing show at 5 Lakes? I don't at the moment. I won't be there. I might pop up there, but I won't be there as per se. Carpet On show, I shall be, no, the Carpet On show, I won't be. The Carpet On show's the 5 Lakes show, isn't it? I won't be at that one, unfortunately. Alan Dix says, do you ever fish down Cambridge Way? Peterborough, which is near past Cambridge. I've fished a bit down the St Ives area, and next year, well this year actually, I'll be back on the Peterborough Lake. There you go, Colin Osborne says, battling Italian for plastic baits, 100% agree. Michael Angus, I don't think I've seen the Nanesh bait yet. I normally check everything out at the shows. Barry O'Brien says, I'm after black cobalt pod. See you at the Northern Angling show for one, Leon. Come and see me, Barry. I'll see if I'll sort you out a price with the guys. Yeah, Stephen Price says, best power pack you use for fishing is the Power Caddy lithium battery. 210 quid, which is quite expensive, but if it's going to last forever, it's expensive if you want it to be. Weighs the same as a bag of sugar, which is £2, isn't it? Charges the phone, e-cig, and watch loads of DVDs for a week. Well, the two I use, there you go, is the Ridge Monkey, and of course, that one, the EC one, the one I've done a video on. Check that out, check that video out about the review of that, guys. Paul Watson says, Leon, where did you get your carbon monoxide line? I got it off eBay. I think I put a link in that video at the bottom. If you go in the description, you'll see there's a little link there. Would love a night on the River Trent, Daniel. St Barbara, it's just getting the bloody time with work and my own fishing to actually get up there. I'd love to, though. That's something I'd definitely be interested in. Oh, let's get some of these messages up. Sorry, guys. They're going so quickly. There we go, Colgy. It says, don't treat Lil like a preem and hit the like button. Yep, hit that thumbs up button, guys. Always appreciate it. Wayne Pettigrew, the old Peaky Carper, went to 5 lakes, would not go again, too far to walk and too small in the middle. Too small and in the middle of nowhere. Sean Saunders says, any info, anyone got any tips for fishing Elphick's North Lake as I'm off there next weekend? Sean, I believe maggots are the way to go on now. I know loads of people catch lots on now. Wayne has got the EC charger after review. So far, so good. Yeah, they're so good. I've got 3 of them now, Wayne. John Tinsley said, do you use a marker rod much, Leon? I don't really use one at all. The Obsessive Carper says, Ridge Monkey are bringing out a new Volt, twice the power of the original Volt. Oh, that'd be interesting to see, Darren. $283 people still in the house. 106 likes, thumbs up. Thanks, guys, for your thumbs up. Carbolics UK said, would you ever use a drone? Yes, most certainly. Use a drone for filming and things like that. I haven't been able to afford one yet, but it's something I'd use. Darren Sight says, how do the 2 power packs compare? They're totally 2 different animals. The EC one, check out the video on my channel about that. That is for me normal 24 hours, maybe a weekend sort of fishing. And the Ridge Monkey one is for weekend and plus that. Yeah, it'd be lovely to get another big one, Ben, wouldn't it? Carp Dog, yeah, I'll show you the Carp Dog. He's doing what he normally does, look. If you can see him, look. Here he is, look. He's in the bag, look. Sleeping. He's in the bag asleep. Bless him. Bless his little cottons, eh? Ronnie McNeil, good luck tonight. You're out in the bank. Stephen Price says, would you have to go home if your e-cig broke? Or, Stephen, I've got a spare one in the van. Look, this is what I use to charge my batteries up. See that? That's what I use. And that's connected to that. There you go. Brian Silver says, you've got a great fan base now, Leon, full of helpful people. Exactly, that's what we're here for. You know, I appreciate all the guys that give up their time to come in here and answer all the questions and give advice, because, you know, half the lakes I get asked about, I've never fished, but all the guys in here, there's someone in here who knows something about something which can help all of us. Gives me vital information as well. Carp Dog's real name, Mark, is Barney the Carp Dog. Barry O'Brien says, on your 10k subs video, do you fancy giving away a 24-hour session with yourself and maybe something with the winner? Maybe, Brian. We have to think about that. Good idea, though. Daniel Clapham says, I wish my dog was chilled like Carp Dog. Mine digs holes for moles and mice and the odd rat and will not rest. Mine, you haven't seen nothing like it. He's like this, and then 3 o'clock in the morning, all hell break loose. And he has to get out of the bivvy no matter what happens, because he's heard something out there. When someone comes along, he starts playing up. What's the play? Evening, Andrew Chipman. I must get down to Willow Park myself at some point. I must hook up with the Obsessive Carper, Darren Dixon, so he can show me how to fish the bloody place. Or Farlow's even, but I think that's a bit busy at the moment, isn't it? Lloyd Satchel, no. Have a great weekend, mate. Enjoy your weekend. Lee Brown, we're at the Park Lake tonight. Nick Miller says, does Mrs. B watch your live feeds? I think occasionally she does. She might be watching tonight, but she's in work. But that's why the Tempest version 2 bivvy that I'm in now, you know, it's only 200 quid, guys, wasn't it? Ian Barber says, have you considered the Tempest utility front for your bivvy? I mean, this is a massive bivvy for me. Believe me, this is massive. This thing is like the TARDIS. I don't, if I can help it, even want to put the front on, let alone get a utility front for it. Adam also says, Leon, are you staying on the park lake till you get the biggies, or have you got your eye on any other lakes? I should probably give up my ticket at the end of the spring this year. P. Grimmer says he's got 2 jackals, they're mental, they are. Darren Robinson says, what is the right colour bait to fish in the winter? One that they're feeding on. I mean, you can use white baits, I don't think it matters, or an orange bait, or washed out pink, or whatever. It's just what you have confidence in and what the fish are biting on that particular day. Andy Smith says, Leon, any chance of black chicken bucket outs for summer? I have to have a look at my supplier because they print them and they send them out. That's why it takes 7 to 10 days to get to people. So I have to see if they do them. I don't think they do at the moment. Aaron Paul, evening Mrs. B, yeah. I hope she's not watching it. 200 quid for the Tempest. You watch. I'll be getting a text message come through any minute now. Barry O'Brien says all this is 20 quid. Bloody hell, I paid over the odds then, Barry. Brian Silver, you just ruined it now. I'm going to have to block you. I'm going to have to block you, Brian. Mrs. B, Leon paid 700 quid for that bivvy. That's just wrong. Where are your friends when you need them, Brian, eh? Ian Smith, I'm seeing the guy next week, Ian, about the social event. It should be in June next year. Mate, Russ says he give me 210 quid for me Tempest. Cool, I'd make a £10 profit on that then. Yeah, it'd be good to see what the cost is going to be, Darren, for the new Ridge Monkey Vault. So I like this one. That's me on the sofa, Graham the Dodge Green. Good to see you in here, mate. Hope you're well. Yeah, a little shout out. There's a close Facebook group, or I think it's close Facebook group, Carp Dogs UK. If you've got a carp dog, get yourself over there and get yourself in the Facebook group. Yeah, I could be living in a bivvy permanently, Richard, if she finds out, yeah. Luke Wick says, what would you do if you see people not putting carp back in the water? They'd be getting it straight up them with the old D bit. Luke, I tell you, I wouldn't be having none of that. You'd have to say so. I'd ring the old bill and everything. Not that they'd probably be much help. Well, 281 people still in the house tonight. Good to see you all anyway. Appreciate you all coming in here, helping the community with all the questions and queries about lakes and everything. You know, these live feeds and the close Facebook group wouldn't exist without you guys. You know, I appreciate it. You know, and all the other guys that do these live streams and put videos out on a regular basis. You know, you've got to give them the support. One big family, Richard, definitely. Kevin Marshall says, hi mate, would you use quarter sub braid? A lot of money. I think there's better braids out there, really, for what you want. I mean, what as a mainline the sub braid, I think all braids are a lot of money, aren't they? AD Macy's bottom bait in winter. I regularly use a bottom bait as well. Normally I have one rod on a bottom bait. I haven't for a good few months now though. Well, for about a month. David Bell says, is there another show later? I'm not sure, David. I'm not sure if someone goes on after me or I'm not really sure when they have their live feeds. GWL78 says he found 2 disposable barbecues and the remains of a carp on one of our club lakes. That's really bad, isn't it? Craig Henderson says, have you got an autobiography or any books out, Leon? I just don't get the time to write. I've got some guest chapters in different books. It should be in June, it should be. Lee Brown says, single look basically on what you've done tonight. I've got 3 singles out there and I've scattered about 20 baits around the area, little 10 millers. Darren Sartin says he fishes with 2 German Shepherds. He don't get many visitors though. Good, isn't it, Darren? Ian Barber says, does the fluffy one ever catch rats on the bank? Mine's had 2 already this year. Yeah, if he finds them, he's on them, mate. Only problem is he loves a duck. He loves a black chicken. Pascal says, Leon, what do you think naked chod rig with a boom on the lead? Because I use a big lead, no problems. Yeah, always have a boom above the lead, about 4 or 5 inches, with when you're using that chod, so it doesn't, the tip of the hook doesn't get blunted by the lead. I'm only fishing out about 40 yards, Richard. Luke Wick says, are you on your own at the lake with anybody? There's a couple of other guys fishing a bit further down the bank from me. Codfish Dream says, amazing how many people hate on people. You keep on keeping, mate, you're always going to get the haters, aren't you? You know, I just don't entertain it. I just don't get involved with it all. Just let them crack on and just do my own thing. Brian Silver says, any opinion on sticky baits, krill boilies? They catch fish, like most boilies will catch fish. Sean Johnson says he has a German pincher and he loves the black chickens. Yeah, Adam Armstrong said ESP used to do really good booms shots. I'm not sure if they still do or not. Thinking anglers do some booms as well. Martin Gorbachev says inline leads or lead clip or heli. Depends on what lake, if it's weedy, what the bottom's like, if I'm fishing a hard bottom. Robert Green may ask what the water temperature is saying. It's 6.5 earlier on, was up to 6.9, now it's down about 6. So you still catch. Pascal, I would go for the Garner GTHD. Matthew Randall says, Leon, what's the best size bait for mid-March? It all depends if the fish have woken up. Personally, I'd still be fishing singles that time of year. No, I doubt if they are, Jason. Wayne Pettigrew says, you're better than the Calder boys. Thanks, Wayne, but it's all because of you guys, you know. It's all because of you guys joining in. No problem, Ian. I'm glad that all you guys appreciate these blogs and these live feeds, you know. It gives me a buzz to see you all coming in and answering questions and the community and everything else. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button, guys, or hit the thumbs down button if you don't like it. Napoleon Watts says, oh, if you get a run, do you just disappear? Yep, I'll just be going, gotta go, guys, and I'll be off. Keeping it real, Lee, definitely. Matt Jones is on the Monument 2 on the 20th of this month. You ever fished it? I haven't. I'm thinking maggots. Definitely maggots are a really good winter bait. Martin says, any fishing YouTubers you would really want to collab with? Probably Carl and Alex. That would be quite funny, wouldn't it? Matty Ruster says, best ever bait, solar club mix, squid. Yeah, I mean, they were good. Good bait. They still do good baits, I believe. Oh, we don't like that, do we? Going to block them. See ya. What's the difference between a blog and a vlog? A blog normally is on a website and a vlog is a video log. But they're more or less both the same, you could say. Jason Ellis, who is your fishing idol? Oh, blimey, that's a difficult one. I wouldn't say I've got a fishing idol. There's people who I've watched or like their readings. I mean, Tim Paisley, the way he used to write in Carp World years ago. Obviously, Terry Earn, the way, even the videos he does now, brilliant, you know. Awe-inspiring. Rob Malin. Bloody hell, guys, we've been going an hour. I think that's going to be just about it, isn't it? Well, we've got another video coming out Monday, one from Sandhurst Lake. We've also got another one coming out Monday. No, that was Monday. And I've got one about the Coleman stove coming out Wednesday next week, I think. Give a little review on that, little tricks and tips to keep it working well. And I just thank you for all you guys giving up some of your Saturday night. We've got 297 people in here. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate every single one of you. I know I say it every time, but I really mean it. You know, it means a lot to have you guys in here, whether I'm in the man cave or I'm out fishing and we're doing this community thing. It's brilliant. Really, really enjoy it, guys. Thanks to everyone for popping in tonight, giving up your time. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you for the next live feed, which is Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Don't forget the new video out Monday. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, then you may want to think about subscribing. Don't forget to hit that bell notification icon if you haven't already, then you'll get notified when I upload a new video or we go live. See you soon, guys. Thanks for popping in and have a great weekend.